Oh iya, nggak pakai smart assist. Wis 3-1 anjir. Wani tok wis, wani.
Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling.
Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And
Yeah.
he's about no goals.
Shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Tidak, saya sedang live streaming ini.
Capabilities, always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Iya,
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way.
tidak. Ya. Ingat lawe ya.
Oh, it's Batistuta. Yamal.
Iya.
And here's Batistuta. Trippier. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. That's going to go a long way.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Well, the defence proved infallible
Yeah.
then, but that
Okay.
won't be the last they'll see of him.
Oke kakak.
Now it's Dani Olmo. That pass isn't the best.
Setiap hari telepon.
And that's
Ada
a good
kerjaan
ball.
lain.
Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Gerrard. This is promising. And he was quick to react. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a...
And a chance! He's scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And here's Batistuta. That has been cut short. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get it through? Marquinhos. That pass has been well intercepted. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. This is their second corner of the game. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Lovely, now then. Always goal sight, shapes to shoot! He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Van Dijk getting this one clear. Trossard does really well there, he is strong. De Bruyne takes aim and crosses. Cleared without hesitation.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Marquinhos. And the through ball. Daniel takes a shot! That's another chance! And he's stuck it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
He's having a shot! Yes! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their man.
And the shot! And that's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Things looking so easy, almost Somersley! And he can thump it away. Pinches it off him. Yamal! And a neat finish. They are purring, truly purring.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Pacho. That has not gone well. They're up to 5 corners now. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Batistuta.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Kimmich. Ah, he's given it away. He's found a way through. And Batistuta! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
The goal scorer, number 13, Gabriel Batistuta.
Vardiol. Van Dijk. Pacho. And we've reached half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Down to business again. Manchester United not having the rub of the green at the moment. Oh, good finish! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
After 47 minutes is number
And there
7,
was his third,
Kevin
and
De
boy,
Bruyne.
he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Takes on his marker. Van Dijk attempts a clearance. Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And he thumps it clear. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Marquinhos. De Bruyne. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Please join me in wishing all the best.
Ya.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course, they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Bahaya tak?
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Shevchenko, Ronaldinho. Lobbed in behind. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The first significant strike. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Might want to be careful there. Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Shevchenko, just eases him off the ball. Gerrard. And it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get on the end of this? Decent shot! It's bounced back off the post. Deftly away. Messi. Shevchenko.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Ronaldinho. And they're quick to get it back. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ibrahimovic tries to play it through, and he's had it nicked away. Diaz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Mbappe. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe, and this is Shevchenko. Ronaldinho. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Casemiro. Gerrard. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. And this is Shevchenko. Trossard. Couldn't squeeze it through. Hakimi. Serginho. He's shifting through the gears here. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Manchester United truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And it's Ronaldinho. Gerrard. Could move up a gear here. Stood up well to him there. Hakimi. Messi. Always onto this. He has found the... and he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Shevchenko can be a real threat inside the box. And here's Shevchenko. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Manchester United go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Here is the first touch of the second half.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Shevchenko. And it's Kimmich. Now this could be a chance. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's Ibrahimovic! It's loose now on the... Oh, what has happened here? Van Dijk goes direct. Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Trossard. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Trossard clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And he's managed to get free. Hakimi proves just a little... Can he finish? That has been slung wide. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Trossard. Gets a good foot in there. Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. Manchester United still this single goal behind. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, no joy this time. Diaz! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Casemiro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he has been fouled there. It's a good 35 yards out, this. Too close for comfort. Trossard, not the most accurate pass. Looking to play him in. Distributed tidily. Ronaldinho. That's going wide left. Diaz with the delivery. The message. And Shevchenko! And that is wildly off target.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his...
It's Inzaghi! And it's hit the woodwork and out! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And here's Inzaghi. Gerrard. And here's Yamal. That's been cut out, well played. Rizal. Gerrard. Casemiro. And it's Shevchenko. Just eases him off the ball. Batistuta. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Inzaghi. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Mbappe. Now Trossard. Mbappe! And he's got the beating of his man. Schlotterbeck, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Quarter of an hour played. Driving through the middle. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Shevchenko can be a real threat inside the box. Gerrard. Oh, what has happened? He's going for goal! He's hit it long. Tacho gets across to intercept that. And it's Batistuta. That's a cute ball. And here's Yamal. Rizal. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, good. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Takes a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Rizal clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Inzaghi. Rizal is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Now it's Trossard. That has been cut short. Yamal. Casemiro. Trossard. And he welcomes it in. Rijkaard. Mateus. And it's Batistuta. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Koundé. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Shevchenko. And that is out of play. Trossard. He is through here. Shevchenko. Trossard is in a really good position out wide. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. And they win it back again. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Rijkaard. Not the most convincing of passes. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Rizal. Gives it back. Takes a shot. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ball is over the line. Messi is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now this could be... And the shot!
There will be 1 minute
Nearly,
added
but
time.
not quite. He's through here. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe shoots! And he's stuck it away.
Banyak bener kau ya.
Got it! They have their equaliser. What? And that is all they have time for. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Manchester United really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Mbappe! Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he finish? It's in!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal.
Big chance! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Gerrard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kimmich. And it's Inzaghi. Rizal, he's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mateus, and here's Yamal. And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Indonesia have their second corner now. Rizal with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has not gone well. Knocks it into space. And Shevchenko! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Manchester United have their lead.
Indonesia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to...
Shot, surely! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
So, third corner of the game. Caceres has got himself a free kick. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Terrific from Mateus! About as smooth as it gets. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was beautiful. Something close to... He's had a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And they're back in front. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Manchester United leading now.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Trossard. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Messi. Well, they could break here. And this is Shevchenko.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Indonesia clearly should have gone...
Now Mbappe. And a chance! Oh, good finish! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Juara terus pakai smart assist. Lucu ya.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Well, what a remarkable couple of years it has been for this boy. So talented, so young. He conquered Europe with his country after his... Oh, what has happened here? Tacho can clear it away. Opts for safety. And it's been given away. And he's got the... Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Rijkaard. Shevchenko. Schneider. Tries one from range! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Inter really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Kimmich. That's a throw. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Trossard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Donadoni. And here's Batistuta. Manchester United are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And Messi! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Turns back here, probably the best option. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Messi. Jamal! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Batistuta. Spread it left. And it's Kimmich. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. This is a promising build-up. And this is Messi. That's good defending, very good defending. Mbappe. Now it's Shevchenko. Cannavaro gets a foot in here. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Battis and the shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front.
Messi really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe!
Rosa.
And he's there to get it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Trossard. That's very neat. He's got away. Bruno claims it without any fuss.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Schneider. And here's Batistuta. And this is Messi, showing good feet. Now it's Donatoni. And this is Batistuta. And a chance! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He made it happen. Squeezed through. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che è possibile acquistare il programma dell'incontro odierno dagli stand vicino ai cancelli. Un bel ricordo della giornata.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
Striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work.
He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Imigresen with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Totti. Casemiro cuts it out. Messi. Mbappe. Now it's Shevchenko. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, there's a probing ball. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Van Basten! Scorching strike!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Number 10.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Casemiro. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's well spotted. Gerrard. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach? He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Imigresen are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Imigresen are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Fabinho is the team's great visionary. And that's gone loose. Fabinho proves too strong.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, he's been charged for a shot! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this.
Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Chance! And he's stuck it away! They are purring, truly purring!
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Imigresen are at the peak of their power. Can he finish? And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they soaring!
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
The goal scorer after 27 minutes is number 13, Francesco Totti. Francesco Totti.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Robertson. Cannavaro for Fabinho. Gerrard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he's managed to get rid. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Gerrard proves just a little bit too strong. Gerrard really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And the shot! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Fabinho. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And it's Van Dijk. Cannavaro. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Totti! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're threatening to fly away here!
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Francesco Totti. Francesco
Gerrard.
Totti. Francesco Totti.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. McAllister.
There will be 3 minutes.
Good,
added
strong
time.
midfield running here. He's picked his way through, and a header! And that's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
The goal scorer.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
Marco van Basten. Marco van Basten.
Oh, what has happened here? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle.
And that is all they have time for. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
With the
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away.
So let's get the ball rolling. 45 minutes to change their fate. Robertson. Cannavaro. Fabinho. And it's McAllister. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
McAllister. Gerrard does well to get it back. To McAllister. Probing pass. And he was quick to react. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's headed upfield. Foot in. Ødegaard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Van Dijk. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Passing nice and neat. Cross into the box. And this is Shevchenko. He'll try from distance. It's hit the upright. And this is Van Basten.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's having a pop! Oh, there was plenty on that.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Pinches it off him. And he cuts out the supply. Shevchenko gets a foot in here. And Shevchenko! Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Van Dijk. Tacho. Kimmich. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Van Dijk. Tacho. Van Dijk.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Shevchenko, he's had it nicked away. Van Basten. Looking for the run. In with the challenge. McAllister. Ødegaard. Van Dijk. Ødegaard. And it's Ødegaard. And Alexander-Arnold. Not the most accurate pass. A slightly better ball would have led to... Oh, he's having a go! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Kimmich. It's run loose here. Van Basten. Look at the space here.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Totti, never out of the action for very long. That is good alertness. And it's Totti. Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho does really well to win the ball there. Totti. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking. That's a lovely, neat pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. Could be danger here. Now, and a chance! Oh, impressive strike. Cannavaro. Van Dijk. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out
has been
here.
indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Great vision. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless.